All right, today we're diving deep into one of literature's most destructive and, let's be honest, endlessly fascinating characters, Alexei Ivanovich from Dostoevsky's The Gambler. We are going to peel back the layers of this human powder keg and really get into the anatomy of an addict. A human volcano in a cheap frock coat. I mean, just let that sink in. That one phrase tells you everything you need to know, right? It's this image of immense, chaotic power that's barely, and I mean barely, contained by this shabby, worn-out exterior. And that tension, that's the key to his entire story. So who is this volcano? Well, on paper, he's a young guy, 25 years old, even has a university education. But underneath all that, he's completely broke, just seething with resentment for the rich people around him. And get this, he's basically a self-portrait of Dostoevsky himself, who was a notorious gambling addict. It's a recipe for disaster, written by someone who knew it inside and out. So let's start peeling back that first layer, and it all begins with his voice. What makes Alexei so captivating isn't just what he does, it's how he tells us about it. His narration isn't just a story, it's a vortex, and it's designed to pull you right into the trance with him. Dostoevsky gives him this narrative voice that feels feverish, almost sick. It's just dripping with sarcasm one minute, but then it's shockingly, brutally honest the next. You know, reading his story is like listening to an addict in the middle of a binge. You get pulled right into the obsession, and by the end, you can practically hear the chips clattering yourself. Now, you get past that voice, and what's underneath? Just pure chaos. His emotional state isn't just a little unstable, it's a violent pendulum, and it's constantly swinging between two totally impossible extremes. One minute, he's convinced that a single win at the tables will make him a god, that he'll be able to buy the entire world. But the very next, he sees himself as a worthless worm, a creature that deserves to be crushed under someone's heel. For Alexei, there's absolutely no middle ground. It's all or nothing. So you have to ask, how does a guy like this experience love? Well, for Alexei, love is basically the same thing as humiliation. Passion is pain. I mean, he literally begs the woman he claims to love, Polina, to order him to jump off a cliff. And when she says no, he feels rejected. It's completely twisted. And that brings us right to the roulette wheel. See, for him, it isn't just a game. It's the perfect physical form of his soul. It's totally indifferent, just like Polina. It's cruel, but every once in a while, it's generous. It is the absolute unpredictable force that perfectly mirrors the chaos raging inside his own heart. Okay, so we've seen his chaotic emotions. Now let's get into the engine room, right? Let's look at the psychological programming that drives this whole thing, the mind of an addict. Probably the best way to put it is this. He's the id that somehow managed to get a university diploma. He's just pure, unfiltered impulse, that pleasure principle totally running wild. The only thing his education does is make him smart enough to know that what he's doing is self-destructive, but it gives him zero power to actually stop it. And his mind follows this really grim, three-step recipe for basically murdering its own conscience. Step 1, make reality the enemy. Step 2, make any kind of waiting, any delay, completely unbearable. And step 3, let that raw compulsion grow so powerful that it just swallows shame whole. Now, he has this famous line where he screams, "I want to live," and it's so easy to get it wrong. He's not pleading for his life, not really. He's screaming against the slow, boring death of a normal, respectable life. For him, life, real life, is that lightning strike you feel at the gambling table. So it would be really easy to just write this off as the story of one deeply, deeply disturbed guy. But that's not what Dostoevsky is doing. He's playing a much, much bigger game here. It's time to zoom out. Because Alexei, he isn't just a man, he's a symbol. In many ways, he is Dostoevsky's portrait of an entire nation's psyche at a critical moment in history. Think about it. Just like Alexei, Russia at the time felt proud, but also deeply humiliated on the world stage. It was drunk on new ideas from Europe, but also felt a deep contempt for them. He is the educated intellectual who can't shake the feeling of the serf's collar. And most importantly, he embodies this dangerous national fantasy that maybe, just maybe, one desperate throw of the dice can reverse centuries of history. And here is the tragic heart of the whole allegory. When Alexei finally wins a massive fortune, what's his first impulse? To lose it all. He simply cannot possess success or love or money without immediately destroying it.
And Dostoevsky saw that as a fatal flaw, a dangerous pattern in the Russian character itself.
So, I know, this all might feel very 19th century, very Russian, but this is the final turn, and this is where it gets a little uncomfortable. We're about to bring Alexei right into our world today, because the scary part is how familiar he feels.
So, why? Why is this character so terrifyingly recognizable to us right now, more than 150 years later? Why do we still see ourselves in him? The answer, well, it's not a comfortable one.
It's because the casino hasn't gone away, it's just changed its clothes. His compulsion is alive and well in that late-night doom scroll when you know it's bad for you but you just can't stop. It's in the maxed-out credit card, the reckless text message, the affair you know will ruin everything, or even just quitting a perfectly safe job on a feeling. These are all bets against reality, and they're all driven by the exact same engine. And this is his final boast. After he's lost it all, I still have my brains. I can always earn money. It's just the pure sound of denial. It's that desperate belief that your intelligence can somehow save you from your own impulses.
And that right there, that is it. That's every addict's last illusion. The belief that you are still in control, that your rational mind is somehow, someday, gonna win out over that raw, screaming compulsion. In the end, Alexei Ivanovich is a warning, he's a confession, and he is a mirror. He reflects that desperate, hidden part in all of us that believes that just one more risk, just one more spin of the wheel, will finally force the world to turn around and recognize that we exist.